Hey everybody, this is Kent and I'm here again with Digitized Live. Today I am going to try to share a tooltip that I've discovered. Quick story to explain why I'm doing this. My wife regularly takes fitness classes, things like Zumba and stretching and all kinds of things that she likes to do. She historically has gone out to an exercise studio to do that. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, of course, all of those classes are canceled. Her teacher, Janely and Paula, they had the good idea to go digital. And so what I noticed as I was watching my wife take these classes is that the music coming out of the television wasn't great. Basically, I think maybe they were putting some sort of a radio or phone or stereo next to a laptop microphone or something of that sort and feeding that over a Zoom call is what they're doing their classes in. And of course, you lose a lot of fidelity that way. And that just got me thinking. I was like, okay, well, I'm unlikely to be teaching a Zumba class anytime soon. So what would I do if I wanted to feed music out to my audience? And that got me experimenting, play around a little bit. And ultimately, I solved several problems that I've been having with certain kinds of live streams and feeding audio tracks in. Now, any professional sound person probably knows, I mean, they've got fancy mixer boards, they've got all kinds of inputs and outputs, and they can really handle this stuff no problem. But for the average person who's using a MacBook with OS X running on it, hopefully a relatively recent version, this is just out of reach, but no more. I found the secret and I want to share it with you. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to switch and I'm going to show you my screen. So let's just go ahead and get on with that. And so now here above me, you're going to see my web browser. That's going to be visible for the rest of the demo. And I'm going to show you a few tools. One of the tools, I'm not going to download it and do all that. You'll just need to figure that out, how to download it, install these things. If you really can't figure it out, post in the comments and we'll see about putting some sort of a screencast together, something for the specific pieces. But I've already got everything pre-installed and I'm going to show you how I'm using it to feed music out, in this case, a Zoom call. But without further ado, let me walk you through everything. First and foremost, don't forget, this episode is sponsored by Digitized Live. So please check out our YouTube channel, like it, subscribe it. If this helps you in any way, please let us know because we really want to know. We're doing these kinds of things to help people who are being forced to go digital. So let us know. We really do want to hear it. So Digitized Live is the website. It'll lead you to all the other things. All right, so first piece, you need music. So for this demo, I've already tested it with Spotify. I know that works, but I'm gonna go a little wild, and I'll also try, while we're at it, to pipe Apple Music out into a Zoom call as well. It shouldn't be any problem. It should work just the same, but hey, why not do an experiment while we're at it and see how that works for other people. So number one, I'll be using Spotify. Number two, there is a company called Rogue Amoeba. So Rogue Amoeba has created a ton of very interesting audio tools. In this particular case, Loopback is what we care about. It's truly an amazing piece of software. It allows you to take audio produced by any piece of software or incoming equipment that you have connected to your MacBook Pro and pipe that audio out into a custom audio driver. Then you can monitor that, or you can pick that driver up inside of another piece of software like Zoom. That's what I'm going to show you how to do next. So needless to say, you need to click on this. You will need to download this, and they have a free trial. It's really nice. You can do so many minutes of streaming per day, I think it is. And if you find that you're using it more than that, if you're running a fitness class, you're most definitely going to be using it more than that. It is $99. This is the one. You will need a valid license key and to download this and use it for unlimited streaming. Okay, so that's the end of that. We won't really see this again until we get done. So what happens when you download Loopback? Well, it's kind of a crazy set of things because it changes the way your computer works with audio to a degree. And I'm going to demonstrate that now. And again, we're going to use Zoom to do it. So I'm going to go and open Zoom now. And this is the default Zoom, and you can see here I've got loads and loads of meetings. But we'll just open one up here to start it. Now I'm going to need to make sure I stay muted and keep the video off so super weird things don't happen. I won't need this again for the duration. And then here is your typical Zoom call. Now, obviously there's nobody in it, and that's just fine. And your typical audio settings are going to be a lot less than mine, but you're going to see things like any USB or other types of microphones you might have logged in, cameras if they have microphones, your monitors if they have microphones, and most monitors like my LG Ultrafine 5K has that. And the MacBook Pro that I'm using has a microphone. Gosh, there's so many, right? But this is going to be the focus of how we get it. And you'll see that there's a special one here called Loopback Audio and a special one called Yeti and Spotify. Now, rather than just go straight to that and use it and go, hey, it works, that's great. I'm actually going to show you how to set one in, set one up. We'll call it Yeti 2 and Spotify. Now, what is Yeti? Okay, Yeti is this big thing right here. So I've got this large, awesome microphone called a Yeti Blue, and it's really incredible. All the audio you're hearing right now comes from it. It's just a couple of feet from my face, and it just does an amazing job. So long story short, that's the microphone I'm going to be giving you my voice in. Okay, so now the other thing that's going to give us music is going to be Spotify. No comments about my playlist. I have kids, and I have a wife from Peru, I'm from Kentucky, and I pretty much like everything, so just don't want to hear it. But at the end of the day, we just need to pick something pretty innocuous for a test like this. So we're going to go with relaxing piano. Let's scroll down, pick something different. We'll go with this one called Mid-Air. So I'm going to go ahead and click play. Right now, I hear it in my AirPods, and you'll notice that you don't. Bummer, right? Especially if you would like to dance to my piano music, which is unlikely. But let's check this out. I'm going to keep the music going. It's not too crazy. It's not too loud in my ears. I may turn it down just a little more so it's not so distracting to me. And now we're going to switch to the actual software that I told you about called Loopback. So we're going to go over here. One more. This is what the primary interface of Loopback looks like. And you're going to notice up here, Kent Langley's AirPods as a microphone. It's off right now. You're not getting my voice from there, but I could give it if I wanted to. You're getting my voice from this other microphone. So every time I'm talking, you can see boom, boom, boom. That's where the voice is coming from. But additionally, you'll notice that Spotify is also going. That's the piano music that you can't hear right now. Okay? So let's go over again and take a look at Spotify just to see it. Mid-air, it's playing. We're about halfway through this song, and I can hear it and you can't. Let's change that. So what do? We go over to Zoom, which I'll maximize, and we take a look at our microphones, and we choose something here called Yeti and Spotify. I know this is a little weird. You're not going to be able to hear this music still, even though I am feeding it into Zoom. I'm just doing that because I happen to know that that's what Jana Lee was looking for. But if I pick Yeti and Spotify, at this point, if we were to go and take a look at the preferences, you're going to notice the microphone is going and going and going, but I'm going to be quiet. Those little blips that you're seeing, that's the music. It's fantastic. At this point, the music is going from Spotify into the audio driver that I created called Yeti and Spotify. And then I'm choosing that microphone to feed the output of Spotify plus my microphone into Zoom. And that's actually pretty amazing. You know what? I actually didn't think about this before I started, but I should be able to add this device into the broadcast stream. Let me try. Okay, I'm going to do that now. So just for a second though, I have to cancel. I'm going to stop talking for a second so you hear this go silent. Then I'm going to add back the Yeti plus Spotify to my broadcasting, my live streaming and recording software, and you're going to hear me talking over some music. Maybe we'll just leave it like that because it's nice. I will probably get some sort of a copyright violation for this, but we'll do it anyway. Now you have beautiful piano music backing up my awesome vocals, right? Okay, so with all of that, what I wanted to show you today was that you can take music from something like Spotify. The same technique should work with Spotify, it should work with Apple Music, it should work with any custom thing that you have. And you're able to take that and mix it effectively with your microphone. In my case, so you're mixing Spotify and the microphone, you're sending that to an output channel, which gets named whatever you put here, that then you can actually select as your audio source inside of a piece of software like Zoom. And once you do that, you are in fact streaming your music directly into Zoom along with your voice that's coming from the microphone, and you're delivering that to every single user on the other end. You can see that right now by the fact that when I stop talking, the music, which you do hear right now, is actually also going into Zoom at the same time it's going into this recording, which is a totally separate piece of software, which is crazy. And there's so much more you can do with this software. It is actually fairly complex. I'm choosing to put together a very simple demo here just to solve a specific problem that one person has that's doing something awesome for my wife and for all of her students. No matter what COVID-19 is throwing at the world, she's still out there and she's still doing it. And you know, for that, I think she's kind of a hero, and we need lots and lots of people to get up and keep dancing or keep doing whatever they do, find new ways to do it, keep the world moving, and you know, that's life right now. So thank you all very much, and with that, I will wrap this unattended Zoom meeting, head back over to our little webpage, remind you to visit us on our YouTube channel at Digitized Live. You can just search YouTube for Digitized, find it, like it, subscribe it, share it with somebody who might like tips like this. It really means a lot to us. And thank you so much, and just keep on. We're going to get through all this, and really appreciate all of you out there. Thank you.